We have started recording.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, people in the future that are looking at this as the last vestige of the old American time frame and whatnot, what life used to be like.
I can't wait for this to be playing in like a lecture at some college in like 20 years.
They're gonna be like the people of America did not really engage themselves much politically, but they certainly had feels.
They had feels, yeah,
What if in
like American politics.
what if in maybe 200 something plus years after the nuclear fallout like settles and probably longer than that, but after the nuclear fallout settles and mankind's rebuilding itself, they base everything off of our recorded conversations.
Yeah. No,
Every
what if it's like, yeah, so it's like Wally kind of, except the only thing they have is like the YouTube server and they have to like figure out how the world worked beforehand. Just
uh,
off of like the millions of hours of video footage on YouTube.
uh,
They're trying to figure out
uh,
what was the world before,
glad
which
to
is
help you future people.
I feel like that would be actually pretty easy compared to like I don't know, like what if there was a Fallout and all we had were like some books? Maybe it's happened before.
Isn't that scene in Fifth Element? Lilu's like searching through the computer and shit, and then she sees the war, and we get the tears zooming down the eyes and the close up, and then she's like, "Mankind sucks. Why should I save mankind?" And Bruce Willis is like, "Cause I love you." And then the Fifth Element was love or something, I think.
Oh, I didn't watch The Fifth Element, but
Oh
that
my
sounds
god.
very plausible.
I really enjoyed that movie for some reason. I've been wanting to watch it recently, but I haven't found a place to watch it. But
Okay, I'll
it's
try to watch it as
I
soon as
enjoyed it. Chris
possible.
Willis. Don't know the name of the female actress. I think it's Chris. No,
I
I don't
fuck
know.
with Bruce Willis.
It's a good one.
He's a good actor.
Have you been keeping up with RuPaul?
No, the last one I saw was that Trump musical.
Yeah, the look. I think the look that Brooklyn wore in the orange jumpsuit thing with like the
Yeah. Oh,
that's
that
like
was
what
Fifth
Lulu
Element.
was wearing, or
God,
not always what she was wearing, but that was like an iconic Lulu look from Fifth Element
yeah.
without the cape. But
Oh yeah. I think I remember one of their comments when she was going down the runway was about Fifth Element.
it's been
Anyway,
yeah. Anyways, yeah.
your check-in. Go for it. How are you doing?
Let's see. Let's see, since last Tuesday, what's happened since last Tuesday? Meeting with supervisor, told her I was planning on quitting. I couldn't really read. I don't know. She seemed
Sad?
concerned. Yeah, sad, and that's probably the right, or like distressed or something. Like, oh, why are you gonna leave? It was just
Like,
kind of
is
a lot
our
of
work environment hostile?
yeah, it was kind of a lot of like, is there anything we can do to like, improve or like make you want to stay or whatnot? And you can either pay me more or you could stay out of my fucking business. Okay, there was this bullshit ass point in the meeting where we're going over like the performance scale rating bullshit and whatnot, and
Oh, so this is like a
zero.
performance review kind of meeting?
No, no, not yet. Well, actually, I don't know what part that happens at. We go over this every month, so like I guess it was maybe, but it's like a subsection of the meeting. But anywho, I'm at I'm fluctuating at around 40% or so, and they're like our minimum is like well, no, this isn't like
And what?
it's they take your hours that you're scheduled for and
Uh-huh.
they compare them against the actual hours you do. And then that sounds well and good and all, but if you cancel or your clients cancel, it still counts against you just the same either way. So even if you
So
don't
it's
like,
not your fault that like parents have things happen
thank you, thank you.
and then
Yes, thank you.
you
There was a
can't
time
have your
where I
hours.
had a parent call out twice in a row on like a week, like both on a Wednesday or something for some reason. And then that same Wednesday for one of those weeks, another person called out. So I was just like -4 hours or whatnot, no, -6 hours. And then I had called in one day and then I was minus like 6 hours. I'm like, yeah, so you're at around like 70 something hours for no less than that, like 50 to 60 hours a week. And it's like, okay, well, over half of those weren't even my fucking fault. So that's cool, I guess. Thanks. But anywho, the I'm not at zero. I'm at like 40, which is, whatever. It's not great, but it's not I'm doing my fucking job. I'm doing more than the bare
Yeah.
minimum of my job.
So
Can you
did
get
she
out of
call
my
you
fucking
out?
face? Like, I don't know.
Did she call you out for like being a 40%?
Yeah, they're like, we want you to be at whatever, whatever, 'cause, and it's just like, I don't know, dog. Like, I've expressed
And
I
you
don't want to
knew?
be here. Is it a problem that I'm not fucking excelling if I'm obviously not happy here? Like, I think these things might be correlated, but, yeah, that was like, no, I don't know, it was whack. But, I told her that I was planning, so now I kind of have to follow through with it, which is good, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely good. Job has not been that great for me. But hey, at least I know I don't want anything to do with children. I always suspected I didn't, but now I know.
They're just not they're not a consistent factor in your
They're
work.
gross.
They're so unpredictable, these
They can
kids.
be aggressive. They can be loud. They can be mean. They can do a lot of stuff. They can do a lot of stuff that is just not for me.
Imagine having your own.
I could see myself like adopting a kid or something that's already like 12 or something, so I don't have to fucking deal with the
The toddler stage, the poop.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
There's a ton of kids that need to be adopted anyways, but I'm okay. So what else besides that? That was Thursday. Friday was we had a meeting at one of my kids. I didn't know we were gonna have a meeting, and it was like, oh, great work. And so I didn't end up really doing much that time, so that was great. It was the last session on Friday, 5:30 to 7:30, so I didn't really do shit for that. So I almost basically got out early. And then this Friday for the last two sessions, or no, for two out of the three sessions this Friday, we're also having a meeting. So it's like, hey, Friday will be dank. Monday's the worst part. Got through Monday. Punch Kid didn't throw any punches at me. Threw some punches at Mom though, and one of them connected, and it was like, it was solid. I was as soon as it did, I was like, all right, we're out of here.
What is the proper protocol for like when a kid punches you?
Ignore it.
Oh.
Act like it didn't do anything to you, which is.
But what if it hurt really bad? I don't know.
Well, there was one time where like he was throwing a punch at me, and like I didn't do this on purpose, but like reflexively, I'm not gonna let you hit me, dog. So yeah, I threw up my hand to block it, and I fucking chin checked him with my with my arm, and he was so shocked, and he looked at me. He was like, and it was just like, well, don't fucking throw a hit. And he hasn't really thrown punches at me since then. He's thrown like a couple or so, but like, I don't know. Maybe that's what you got to do. Maybe you just got to show him, don't do it.
Show him who's boss, I guess.
Up block. Up block. So yeah, that's about been my week. How's yours been?
I guess since last time we talked, my life has kind of become really shitty. Like everything is fine, but also I feel like shit. Um, I had some like romantic stuff happen. Not really romantic stuff, but stuff that feels bad, man. I'm moving out of my room, my apartment, my house, and room in this house. 3 weeks earlier than I expected.
Oh.
But I'm doing it voluntarily. Uh, Basically, my roommate's boyfriend was gonna move in when I left, and then he told his mom about it. He lives with his mom. Then they got into an argument and he got kicked out.
Ooh.
So he's here now.
Oh.
Which is cool. Like, I've slept in the room with them before. But before my rule was kind of like, can you just not have him over when it's a work night? And I was like, I could just leave early. It's cool.
Not quite fair, but yeah.
It's alright. I'm not gonna be a dick and be like, nah, go back to this household that, you know, kicked you out or like be homeless. You know, I have somewhere to go, so
How
uh,
long? How much longer are you planning on staying?
um like at my job.
No, the house currently, because you said 3 weeks earlier than you planned. But when
Oh,
is
I
that
moved
date?
out at the end of this week.
Oh,
So
oh, oh.
yeah.
Damn.
Well, I was just like, uh, it, maybe I can get over myself and just sleep with earbuds, you know. But yeah, or I could just save some money and go back to my grandma's house.
Their bed is literally right there, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
so I'm, sleeping. You know, they are right there, sleeping, in the cut in the spoon in position. Sometimes I hear some kissies.
Mm,
It's not
no,
like having sex next to me.
okay,
No,
that's
that
good.
doesn't happen.
That's
So
good.
maybe I'm being picky, but I just really don't like hearing the sound of kissing when I'm trying to sleep.
I think that's entirely fair.
And it also
That's
just
also
like
if you ain't paying for it, fuck 'em.
I don't know, like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it also is just amplified by the fact like my romantic realm is complete trash. It makes me feel kind of feels bad, man.
An ever-present reminder.
It's an ever-present reminder that where's my partner to hang out with and sleep over? No, no, non-existent.
Somewhere. Somewhere.
Yeah,
Just
somewhere,
not there,
just not
unfortunately.
here. Also, it makes it's kind of like sometimes I just want to be by myself. Uh, and I don't know. Like I'm by myself now, which is all right. Like our work schedules are different, so it's chill. But might as well save some money, take one for the team, move out.
I guess so.
It's for the better of the whole, you know.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Is living at grandma's like,
It,
eh,
it's gonna be kind of bad again. Like I left for a reason. It was just kind of like mentally tasking to have
mm,
her like always on top of my shit.
I can
And I
imagine.
wasn't really like, I've only been like, I moved out of her place like December, so I haven't been gone too long. But well, I guess what is April? It's like 4 months. I was gone for 4 months, and I feel like I lived a whole nother life because I've
Damn.
been able to do so much stuff. Like I could just like leave and go out and like do drugs and like have people over.
Mhm. It's true.
Uh,
It's true. There's freedom to be an individual.
yeah, freedom to do whatever the fuck I want. So it's gonna be like kind of sad that I go back, but I called her. I told her. She was like, I won't bother you, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay, let's see how it goes.
Can I
Uh,
get this signed?
but who knows? Maybe I'll hit up a friend or something and see if I could like stay on his floor for a little bit, or maybe I'll just like go back to my parents and have a really long ass commute. But
Mm,
I don't know. I think going back to grandma's, I won't see her for a long time when I go back to school, so I'm gonna take it as like a moment to cherish, you know.
Well, also, like, on that same line of thought, though, why not just stay at this place? Because it's been so great until you move. I don't know. Like, I definitely understand it'd be weird to ask, like, this person to go find their own place to live, but, like, also feels a little
It's like,
not cool that you're getting kicked out because they don't have their shit in their life together.
well, I feel bad. Like he offered to like leave, and I was like, the thing is, even if he finds a new place, he still hangs out here all the time, like because they spend time together.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Well, it didn't make you want to move out before, so
It
clearly a different amount of time.
well, it was. It did make me slightly less comfortable than
Oh,
before,
oh,
but
didn't
not to
know.
the extent where I was like, I need to move out.
Mm.
But knowing that it's like every single day, it's kind of too much for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna move out. We'll see how it goes. If grandma's is really bad, maybe I'll find like an Airbnb, like
Oh,
rent it for a month or something. I don't know.
oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. So I'll figure it out. So it's all good. Uh, but yeah, life is kind of meh, but we're trucking through. Nothing. It's nothing new, man. It goes up and down. And then
Brr, brr, truck
you
horn.
roll the punches, bitch.
True, true.
Yeah, literally in your case.
It was just wild the first time, but now it's progressively less wild. Still not a great time. I still don't like it, but
Yeah,
what can you do about it other
yeah.
than pretend it didn't happen? Um, oh,
What's our topic number one?
let's see. Topic number one from Dylan: fix some lighting. Okay, I'm putting it on the right side this time instead of the left side. Who knows? What if
Wow.
it's a whole new dynamic? I have
Yeah,
a whole new
like
shadow right
you have
here.
some like orange light behind you.
Yeah, I turned on the bathroom light
Yeah,
because
so it's
apparently
like light from both sides.
Ooh, okay. You know, I feel like my hair on camera always just looks like a boring blob. But like,
I
we're
think
doing
it's just
stuff.
the camera.
I got bangs now, and it's really fucking awful. But first, okay, so topics. Global news. There was only one that I found kind of relatively interesting, and it's not like global. I guess I'll have to maybe think of a different name for this one. But the 2020 census is like the production for all the ballots and all the setup and all the stuff is underway, and they were talking about this random issue they were going to have maybe with it about should they put a question on it that involves are you a citizen or like citizenship status.
Oh yeah.
It's like I didn't really. I mean, of course, like I don't know. I think what's the point? I don't think you need it. And then if you do put it, there's definitely a lot of negative side effects and repercussions that would probably come from that. And then that falsifies information. Maybe people probably wouldn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
saying no. So is it even worth it to put it on there? But it sounded like an interesting thing for me because census. So is it every 10 years, right?
Yeah.
It seems awfully inefficient in my opinion, but I guess I don't know what the human growth chart. I just know it's
It's every
exponential.
year. Is it the census every year?
No, that was every 10 years.
Let me see. How often census? Oh yeah, every 10 years. Wow.
Doesn't that seem really fucking inefficient? Like, I don't know. I feel like
It's a
people,
count of the population, but they always ask other questions, right?
I don't know. I don't remember
I
doing one
think
because I guess in 2010 I would have been, what, 16? Yeah,
yeah.
16. And I
I
guess
I
that's not
feel like
until.
they ask for your race and stuff for like population percentages.
So like in the global politics, America can also have their cute little inclusion numbers. Look, we have brown people.
Yeah,
We're
for
inclusive.
like women, gender, and like
Oh.
age. I think that's a thing. But yeah, putting the citizenship is like at this point in our history, I feel like can only be used for bad things. So not a
I
fan.
remember they were talking about since they needed to like figure it out so they could start printing everything out, and I just had a ridiculous vision of so I don't know how many people live in the US. Let's see.
It's a billion. I don't know.
I think it'd probably be around there, maybe. U.S. population. Let's see it. Oh, but see, this is probably what? Well, okay, this is using 2018 data. So what the fuck is the point of the census if we have like the U.S. population data from like I don't know. But it says we're at 327.2 million. I would thought we had way more than that. Interesting. But so I wonder how long that would take to print all that out. And then do you print out? I guess you got to print out extras. But then do they do it for like via email nowadays? Do you do it on the phone maybe?
I don't remember ever taking a census survey.
I think at 16 it was probably something my parents did on their census, and they said we have two dependents or some
Yeah,
other bullshit nonsense.
yeah,
But
two offsprings.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they would just use it to find people who are immigrants and then use it to like interrogate them. I know the census is supposed to be anonymous, right? But I feel
Probably.
like that's a lie.
Well, they send it to an address, and if they get one back from said address, or I don't know, do you mail them? I don't know. I've never fucking taken one, so I don't actually know what it works like. But I guess if you send one to an email, that'd be a good way. Maybe if you
Well,
had like
who's
a
in charge
phone,
of the census?
maybe get like a shitty burner phone and like call in your census results. And then, well, yeah, no, that would work. Yeah. Yeah, get a shitty, everyone get a shitty burner phone and then do some drug dealing on the side.
Yeah.
I was talking to Hans, we should get in the meth business, but he wasn't down.
Yeah, I don't think he
Um,
would be down. I can't see him doing that.
that's why it'd be such a good cover, you know? Who would think? Who would think?
Who would you sell to? What meth heads do you know?
I've only been offered meth by one dude down here, so only him. I guess I could ask him though. Be like, hey, dude, I'm looking to get in the meth business. Got
Got
any?
any buddies?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Let's
meth
see.
injected? Is meth injected?
No, I think you get the spoon and you like heat it up or something. I don't fucking know.
I
I've never done
know.
that.
I thought that was heroin. Like you heat it up in a spoon and then you suck it up and you inject it in your.
Yeah, that's the way I've seen it done. With the belt
Most meth
too.
is the same way, probably.
Oh, that sounds not pleasant.
Not big on stabbing myself, unless it's for tattoos, but that's not the same.
True.
Yeah.
What you call it?
Wait, no, go ahead. I was gonna ask about the global topics.
I was about to say, yeah, I don't got anything else on that. I haven't really been listening or hearing many things that were of interest to me or any new things on the old NPR, and that's where I get most of my global topics from.
I only heard one thing about like Joe Biden like
Oh.
kissing someone or touching them inappropriately at like a rally.
I've seen a compilation video of him being really creepy around women. So I don't know. I've heard of this before. Does that? That's not good. That's definitely not good. But I wonder. See, this kind of ties back to one of our old topics about like apathy and whatnot. I wonder, like, if he's good all around, yeah, that's not a cool thing for him to do, but better than what we have. I don't know. It's weird though.
Yeah, it's really weird. Cause it's hard. Like I always get into this conflict of like, if people do a good job at their job, do I care about how they are? But then it's like,
Mm-hmm. Outside of work.
yeah, I feel like his job is inherently tied to like who he is as a person.
Yeah. I don't. Well, what does he do now? Actually, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know what he does now, but like as an old vice president or whatever, you
I
can't
don't
be
know
like
what
a
they do.
shitty person. I feel like. I mean, okay, Mike Pence is a shitty person, but like, whatever.
I get. Yeah, definitely. Probably should not be a piece of shit if you're in a position to represent our country in a major way.
Yeah, but if I was like, what's a job? If I was like selling you coffee, who cares if I'm a
That
dick?
fucking asshole bought the coffee and brought it back and it wasn't full. Oh my.
Yeah, I know that guy. He was an orientation leader for my college when I was there.
Really just like Adonis like looking motherfucker. Like just who is he? So built.
You could have
So
been his frat bro.
I
I could have
know.
been your brother.
I could have maybe like sucked him off at a party or something, only. I guess if we don't have any other global or political related things, we could jump into other ones.
Yes.
Let's see. So I got one I wanted to talk about. Um, so what's the dealio, yo, with all these men? I don't know if I've seen it more recently or if I just have grown more discontent when I see it, or I don't know what the deal is, but just the whole I'm straight, I'm just curious, or I'm straight, I'm just experimenting. I don't know if women do this as well. I imagine they
No, they
be
do.
less.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
don't
they say
get
they're
why.
bi-curious.
No, none of them ever really say that. They always just say like I'm curious or I'm like experimenting or I want to try it or something. Sometimes there's like dudes that are like me and my girlfriend are looking for another dude or something, but then I assume it's like not in a gay fashion. It's
Yeah.
more like a straight also we're just not gonna touch dicks or anything.
Yeah.
But I don't get why people are so I guess it must be what internalized just hatred of being gay or something.
Internalized homophobia that's like no homo, but let's sword fight.
Because what's I also never got the idea of people being discreet or whatnot on these apps because it's not like I'm fucking coming here to get your shit and then show it to your fucking family. I don't even know your fucking name. I don't know where you're
That's
fucking
true
from. Like, I
too.
don't get why this is such like a I can't even say I'm gay on this anonymous app. Like what the fuck?
Okay, but do you think some people are into the
Uh,
idea of converting a straight person? Like that's kind of hot.
I
Like maybe
definitely
that's
think
the
what you call it. Actually, we're gonna in a bid for better lighting, and also so I don't bother.
Hanzo.
Yeah, we're gonna to the place with the light, a new viewing experience.
I'm trying to close.
Um, the slips, the slips. Okay, there we go. Oh wow, it's bright as fuck in here. Oh shit, she bright. Shit, she right. Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. There's minion themed stuff in here. Um,
I hate his minion shit.
minions. Okay. What was it? Is it hot? Straight people fucking.
Yeah, the
Well, yeah.
idea of being like, oh, I'm turning you gay.
I personally
Or
don't think
like,
it is,
or like,
but
I'm so hot that even though you're straight, you still are into me.
I personally don't find it that way. But definitely that is like a genre. There's
Isn't
like
that
what?
genre porn or something?
Yeah, I'm thinking Bang Bus comes to mind as like a common one where it's they get the dudes and it's like you can have sex with this woman, but first you gotta fuck this dude because she thinks it's hot. And then they use the logic of like guys like seeing girls fuck, but she wants to see two guys fucking. The guy's like, oh yeah, I guess I could maybe put it that way, and it's like what? I guess that works, but I don't know. I think the idea of the like converting somebody probably would be maybe tied to the sense of having power and dominance over them. And men really do love their power and dominance over people. They really do. Um,
That's true. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like if you're on Grinder, like everybody, like you're there for a reason.
obviously, no part of using the app and looking for it is
It's
straight.
straight, yeah.
You're downloading and using Grinder. Let's get this in bold text. That's not
Yeah.
heterosexual behavior, and that's fine. That's wonderful. It's great. Dicks
They're
are great.
just like in self denial.
I don't know. I guess I do. I'm trying to recall if I went through a self-denial. I guess I did. I guess what young gay doesn't, well, that's not
Yeah.
true. We're not all the same, but, well, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't really self-denial. It was more just like, I live in Hollister, California. Probably isn't the best place to, like, be gay.
BK.
I don't know. Never in the sense, though, where it was like, I'm not gay. I feel like I always knew, but it was just like, let's see, maybe I'm bi or something, or maybe I'm. I think my favorite one was I'm romantically interested in women, but sexually interested in men. That was my favorite theory at the time, but
Yeah.
it got panned out.
Yeah. I think I don't know. Do you think that to some people in like their sexuality spectrum, they wouldn't know that they're interested in the same sex unless they tried it?
Hmm, I don't know. I guess. I guess no, because I don't know. I feel like we just inherently find out what we're into. Not to say that your sexuality can't change and whatnot, but I think I always knew after first consuming porn that like the penis was the most like interesting part to me. And I
Yeah.
always just wanted to deal with things involving with that. But maybe maybe in trying it, yeah, you can really just figure out for sure. But I don't know. I feel like even wanting to try it should indicate that
That you're
you're
kind of
interested.
gay.
Yeah, right. Like you that's kind of gay, dog. Good one from Hans is having balls gay? Because like that's kind of gay, dude. You have two balls. I don't know.
It's fucking gay.
You have a penis. That's gay
Sounds
as
gay to me.
hell. Dog.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I never really get. I don't know. It always just frustrates me. And I tend not to talk to dudes that are like that. But
Dude, okay, but do the straight dudes who are curious message you? Straight dudes.
by and large, no. By and large, no. I would say. I don't really know what my demographic is these days. I haven't really used them nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah.
The old apps and whatnot, but I'd still say it's probably the same like demographic. Like the older men are into me.
Do you think older
Dudes.
men tend to message you or you tend to respond to older men?
I think it's like whatever energy you're looking for and you put out into the world, it's coming
It
back
just
to you.
returns, it just comes back at
I
you.
really feel like it's kind of like that. It probably started out as the latter, and like they first like messaged me interesting or like they were interested in me, and then like I tried it out and I was like, oh, this is great. But
Yeah, this is great.
I don't know. I
Do you
guess
think by
well,
and large, like, hooking up with the older people is generally a better time because they're more experienced?
I found I found in my and also they're like, ooh, this like hot young dude. I got to pull out all the stops, and I feel like they're generally just more invested in the experience.
They're
Than
trying hard, they're putting in that work.
exactly, not easy to come by material. Maybe who knows?
Yeah.
What they want, but that does kind of also remind me of another topic I had put where it's like the whole predatory nature of like a lot of gay things where it's like you have these older men and these younger dudes and like of course I'm a super biased opinion on it and I don't really think it's like that weird but I definitely understand there are a lot of scenarios where it could be very weird and I was wondering what are your take on that.
I I feel like it's predatory, if you're not 18 or
Yeah,
if you're
definitely.
18. I
Mm.
don't I personally won't fucks with someone who's not like 21. uh
Yeah, that's my soft limit these days.
yeah, like cuz I feel like once you're at least 21, like probably you're not in school or you're at least working. But I feel like it all just depends on the person, right? It's predatory if it's like so obviously manipulative.
Mm.
But you know, if you like, I just feel like don't fuck with teenagers. That's
Yeah,
my
that's a good one. Don't fuck
yeah.
with the teens. I get it. I
Don't
like it.
fuck with teens and below.
What was the I believe the movie Call Me by Your Name or whatnot, not whatnot. Call Me by Your Name.
I still haven't seen it because I'm a trash man. But I
I've
heard
seen
it
it.
was a teenager, so that's why a
Oh,
lot of people were criticizing it.
I didn't know. Because I was just like, dog, he's 18. Still weird, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess, yeah, it's your
just,
formative years.
just don't fuck with someone in high school either.
Yeah,
Even if
that's,
they are 18, that's whack.
eh,
But have you seen Carol? Carol's a lesbian movie.
yeah.
It's like this old divorcee, Kate Blanchett, I'm pretty sure. She like meets this young cashier, like department store lady. She like takes her on all these trips and to lunch, and like they get saucy. And I feel
Ooh.
like that's kind of like, yeah, it's chill. Like Carol's kind of a dick, but like, you know, the 20-something-year-old girl's, you know, into the lavish lifestyle that she brings her into and also is attracted to her. So, you know, just live, laugh, love.
A win-win.
Just don't be mad when her like divorcee husband comes after you and then is like, stay away from my wife. Like, I don't know, like whatever. Like, it just kind of sucks.
Never seen the movie, but I like the concept.
I would say in general, like, do what you want, but don't be mad at other people about the outcome.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. You reap what you sow. Can't
you
be
reap
mad at
what you
other people.
sow, but yeah, like if someone, I guess it's predatory if people are like pressuring you to do things that you don't want to do, or if they're like trying to manipulate you into acting a certain way. But like, someone doesn't have to be like 60 years old to do that.
That's very
Like, there's
true. Very
plenty of young people who are emotionally manipulative and assholes. Like,
It's very
I
true.
think in general, it's just like be careful.
I guess, do you think, where does the whole, like, age is a whole power? Well, I guess there's the whole idea of age being inherently tied to, like, power. Like, the older you are, the more power you kind of have. Or I guess the more, it maybe, like, power is not the right word. Autonomy over yourself and others. And maybe that's why the age thing is commonly linked to it. But you're
Well,
very
I
right.
think there is inherently like a power dynamic, right? Because typically people older than you, they have more money and more
Hmm.
like establishment
True.
in life, so there is like that inherent power dynamic. But at the same time, I feel like if you acknowledge it and work with it in a way that isn't destructive to yourself, like you can be healthy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
So, as long as it's not, like,
As
causing
long
you.
as it's always just like as long as they aren't using it to control you, you know? I think that's
I
where
wonder. So then, would sugar babying, is that like, I guess that would be exploitation of said dynamic,
I
or
think
like
sugar baby is
acknowledging,
just like sex work, right? Essentially.
not always, but frequently true. I
Yeah.
guess some of the dads just want the pictures or whatnot, but I guess even then that could be argued as sex work. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I think it's
wonder.
okay to like accept luxurious things from someone who makes more money than you if they're the one who wants to like give it to you. You know?
Really good, great segue for the whole Cardi B thing. Have you heard
Oh
about it?
my God. What happened? She like drugged people and robbed them or something?
Supposedly, that's what I heard. I haven't read too much about it, mostly because I think it's such a gag that there's all these men up in arms that are like, "See, women do it too. It's okay for
And
me to
then
rape women.
I remember somebody was like something on Twitter like they're like when Bill Cosby did drug people,
Oh my god.
everybody was so upset, but Cardi B does it, and no one is like, shut the fuck up.
I wonder
I'm
why
not
people.
saying drugging people and robbing them is okay, but there's a difference between some fucking nasty celebrity who's like drugging women, touching them, and then like a poor person who is like scraping by and needs a few bucks, and that's one way to get a few bucks. Like I don't know. Like I don't think Cardi B was doing this like last year. She was doing
Yeah,
this when she was like being a stripper and like needed cash.
true. I feel like that's a context that a lot of people haven't attached to it. It's like, oh, I'm hearing about this now. It must be happening now. But definitely agreed. Like one of these things is property and can be replaced, and one of these things is permanently or can be permanently damaging.
Yeah, it's so true.
People are not money, and people are not property. But I
Yeah.
don't know why. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's the most common equation I see, and that's like I don't get why. But also the whole fact that I feel so many people are so validated in the sense that they're what is it? Harkens back to the whole you like feminism, you like equality, let me punch you in the face too. Like, do you feel like this validates people that believe that kind of logic?
Definitely. I think a lot of people who are like so up in arms about it are like those people who want to be like the devil's advocate to anything feminist. And they want to be like, well, look at you now. Like, Cardi B's so feminist, supposedly, and whatever. And here she is admitting to doing like bad things. I don't know. Like, everybody wants to act like, oh, haha, gotcha.
Mhm.
Like, feminism isn't all that great. It's like, no, like, people can be feminists and like do shitty things. That doesn't mean feminism is bad.
True, true. Oh my god, I get it. I get it. What you call it? I
Yes.
guess that's similar logic for like the whole what is it? Black Lives Matter movement. There's so many radical people in it. It must be such a radical, terrible idea. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, the idea is solid. You just don't want to get it. But
Yeah. Or like Antifa, like people were like, Antifa, everybody's so bad, they just like break windows and shit. But
mm,
it's like literally they're just like it stands for anti-fascism. Like if you're anti-fascism, you're for fascism, my dude. Wrap your rainbow on that, flat earthers.
fucking flat Earth, man. I wonder, do
There's
you
a
think
documentary about flat Earth on Netflix, and if you watch it, it's actually very funny.
there's a documentary about it?
It's funny.
Uh, I think it's so confusingly fascinating that it's still a question. Is the Earth fucking flat or not? Like, why do you think people don't want to believe it?
Well, there's just like I don't know why people don't want to believe it. Like I don't know, it just seems like a lot of work to justify that the all these things are not true. Like you have to convince yourself NASA is a conspiracy for like stealing money. You have to convince yourself that like the moon landing was fake. It just doesn't seem. It seems like so much work. It's like, can't you be spending your time doing something different? Oh my god! And then I watched this. It was like some clickbait, but like Jake Paul went to a flat Earth convention
Oh my
and came
god.
out as like a flat earther.
This
I
is
don't know if he's trolling or not, but I was just like, oh my god.
this is the Paul brother that was canceled for the filming, right?
Yeah, this
He's
was the
probably just trying to
Suicide
get
Forest one. Yeah.
maybe he's trying to get back on the market, but there's flat Earth like conventions.
Yeah, so there's like flat Earth conventions. And then like I was watching that documentary and they have like they had this one scene where like they're having like a talk about flat Earth, and then this one guy was like, you know, there's all kinds of different models, but we have to stick together. Because I guess there's like different ideas of how the flat Earth works. Like some people think it's like flat and there's like a half dome over it. Which is like if you believe in this half dome, like how can you just why don't you just like complete the dome? Like it's round. But, like and then some people have this idea that like it's a horizontal plane that just goes on forever.
Oh shit. Oh, I like that one a lot.
Or there's this other one where it's like there's like it's flat and all around the edges is like ice, you know, because like Antarctica's at the bottom. So it's like
Oh.
around the edges, like that's why no matter where you go, it's ice, because it's at Antarctica's at the, it's around the edges, which is like a disc, right? So like if it's not a disc is almost a sphere. I don't know.
It's so fucking close, like just
Yeah, just like go all the way around. I don't know.
the half dome one that gags me. Like, if you're already at half a fucking dome, dog,
Well,
like,
no, they think it's like flat, and then there's like the sky is like this.
yeah, like if you're already doing that, yeah, like, come on, it's not much of a stretch to take it all the way around town. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. But I guess there's a lot of conflicting flat Earth theories.
That's fucking fascinating.
So
That
they
even
need to like give the pep talk at the conference, like, I know there's internal conflict, but we gotta stick together.
we gotta stick together so that way we can maybe prove it or something. Like, I don't get. Do you think they think they're actually like, what's the goal of the flat
No,
Earth?
it's the same thing that we were talking about earlier about like the whole like, haha, like you guys are the sheeple.
Mm, oh God, just want to be right, just to say they were right. I
Yeah.
wonder. Imagine if they were right, and we just lived on a flat Earth, and every planet was flat, and we just can't tell because our optical imaging is just shit or something. I don't know. There's just so much science. I can't imagine. And then there was that dude that fucking built the rocket himself to go try and get himself into orbit to see if Earth was flat or not. And he studied. What was the line from the dude? I understand.
I don't believe in science. I know aerodynamics. I know how air works. I don't believe in science.
Fuck science, but I can definitely build this rocket and get my ass up like 30 some
Wait,
thousand.
so did he do it? Did he launch himself into space?
He like got pretty far. I was surprised. I don't know how he made the rocket either, but
This one scene in the documentary was like they bought this fancy like instrument to prove that oh, the earth has to be flat because if it wasn't flat, like way over there, like the angle would be kind of curved, like way like that like far away. And then so then they did the experiment and it was like the measurements for the earth being round. And then they're like, we don't know what happened, but like something must be wrong.
oh my fucking God, they even get the measurements right and they just can't read it.
Well, they
That's
got it, they just didn't want to believe.
willful ignorance.
Yeah.
Willful ignorance.
Honestly, willful ignorance and apathy. The two biggest
Um, Hans, what do you think the flat earthers want?
I don't know. Cheeseburger?
Oh, those are round. Well-
Like, I don't know. Maybe they just want. Maybe they just. I don't know. They want. What's like a disc-shaped food?
A moon pie.
Is that universal for everybody? Can everybody eat a moon pie?
Not a flat earther. They don't believe the moon is real.
Oh, they don't.
Oh.
I thought they did. I thought
Or
they had
maybe
like.
they did. I don't know. But they don't believe the moon landing was real.
For sure. I believe that.
Like,
I think
what do they think? You know those videos about that have like astronauts at the space station, like brushing their teeth in zero gravity? Like, do they think those people are just like floating in some basement somewhere, and that the International Space Station is fake, and they're just like
Think that
somehow like zero gravity isn't real, like they're just somehow suspending these humans on wires to convince us that like space travel exists.
or they could also be putting all these people in planes that are very well designed. And what they do is once they get to a really high altitude, they cut the engine and it goes off, and everybody experiences zero gravity, and that's when they do the brushing teeth part. And then when the shot is done, that's when they turn the engines back on, and it's like a huge kick, and they bring the plane back up.
Wait a minute. Fuck Bang Bus LA, dog. Let's do zero gravity bang plane.
That'd be new.
What is
No.
Big Bus LA? I feel like I know what it is, but I don't.
No, because the original Bang Bus is like it's in Florida, and then I don't know why I was thinking LA at some point, but somehow me and Dylan got to LA because he has like he hasn't cashed his check, which
But what is a Big Bus?
$50, and then I was like, we'll just get. I don't know. At some point, it was just like Bang Bus. I don't know. He was like rent a van. I was like, oh yeah. It was like he was able to like hire like all these people with $650. I was like, oh wow, you should might as well just become like a production person in porn. And I was like, Bang Bus, and we're in LA. And I was like, Bang Bus LA edition.
I feel it. The Bang Bus.
Get a bunch of people to bang in a bus.
No, it's not like a bus. It's a van, but it's just called Bang Bus.
I guess that is misleading now that I think about it. Not a
So
bus.
do they bang in the van, or they just make porn out of the van?
And they just like drive around, just fucking the van. The whole idea was to get him to get a
No,
tattoo.
here's what we do. We acquire an airplane,
Okay.
and we do Mile High Club like airplane tours, and we fly over scenic areas and allow people the opportunity to join the Mile High Club in this private plane experience.
Do they also
We
have
give them lube and condoms.
Do they also have to do it inside like a realistic airplane bathroom to authenticate the experience?
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll have one of those.
I don't know if I've ever been in one of those, so I don't actually know.
You've never been into the bathroom on a plane?
Maybe on like a really long flight. But, I feel like I always just pee right before, and then it's just like I don't gotta do it.
That's pretty
Matter
good.
of steel.
They're honestly kind of gross.
Are they small?
Yeah, it's like I
It's
don't
like
know.
a closet.
Our
It's
closet's
small.
really big.
It's about this size.
Oh, that's not bad.
Except, like,
You could
probably-
fuck in that.
Probably
You
like
could fuck in it. You could sit on the counter. You
If you
know.
could sit on the counter, you can sit on the dick.
yeah, I mean like there are videos of people fucking planes, so I mean like it's a real thing.
I've never seen one, Hans, but okay.
Yeah, I've never seen
I
one.
believe
either.
it's out there.
Is it only a straight thing?
No, it should probably isn't, but I mean like there's a lot. I don't know how much more straight porn there is to gay porn, or if it's the other way around. But I've come across it. I wasn't searching for it, but
Okay.
Is it hot?
No.
No,
no.
not good. Not worth.
How are you
Not
fit
enough mobility.
camera
Oh.
in an
You can't
airplane
get enough
bathroom?
shots. They're basically like stuck in one place.
Oh, that's true. The camera angles be fucked up. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so you get one shot and I don't know, they just get the people's faces and that's basically it.
How is my boss just texted me? How did it go after I left? Bitch, it's 7:50. She texted me at 7:15. Off the
Too
clock.
late.
Just kidding. I'll respond to her. She's a nice lady, but she needs to stop worrying.
You're out of the work, man. What does she want?
She was like, also like, I won't be here tomorrow morning. Like, are you gonna be okay? I was like, I got it. Like, chill.
Been here a while. I feel like
She's like worried. She's
just let you take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, we only have like 5 minutes left. But
Oh.
what's our conclusion on airplanes an airplane bang busting?
I think I've never seen it. I think it'd be kind of
Airbus bang Airbus. I don't know. Whatever.
like well actually with all these fucking planes recently crashing and shit, I don't know, maybe this isn't the market to get into.
My mom was like, she was like, you need to use your miles, and I was like, I don't, I just like buy whatever's cheap. And then she was like, don't go on those cheap airlines, like they might crash. I'm like, I don't think it matters. Like,
Supposedly they were like the newest model and whatnot, and I feel like that would be more expensive. But I don't know. Actually, I've never thought about how like the ticket price per plane
I think
works.
it's mainly for like fuel. And then
Oh,
they just like raise the price as much as they can to like based off demand.
econ,
Some shit.
high school. That's
Okay, we have 5 minutes, and your smash and pass for today is what?
Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac, I think. I
I
think
would
it's,
definitely like 10 out of 10 smash.
let me pull up a picture.
I think he's very adorable. If what I'm remembering is correct from Star Wars.
See, the most recent picture I get, he's got some gray in the beard. It's like interesting. It's a cute little something going on. I mean, like, I think I guess I'd smash him. I don't know. I feel like there's
There is something a little weird about his face,
yeah,
but
there's something in his eyes. He's plotting something. He's plotting something. But
eh, I don't like his. He looks kind of old in this pic. I'd smash. Yeah, I'd smash.
given the list of people I have smashed before, I think I'd be apt to. I think
Oh, given who I've smashed before, this if I smashed him, he'd definitely at least be in the top 5.
Oscar Isaac is a good one. What you call it? What do you have one?
Uh, Owen Wilson.
Uh, Owen Wilson. No. Like young Owen Wilson?
What was that movie that he was in? Uh, Fuck. Yeah,
I
sure.
think,
Young any age. Okay, I guess the real question is, at what age Owen Wilson would you date? Fuck.
let me see. I'm looking through a lot of pictures here. I think maybe like
He looks the same.
he does kind of have an ageless quality to him.
His skin just gets worse, but it's not like wrinkly for some reason.
Maybe like early 2000s. I think
Uh,
early 2000s Owen Wilson. Yeah, like Zoolander Owen Wilson.
yeah. Yeah.
I could probably Owen Wilson.
I'm more into his brother. He has a brother, Luke Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
No, I lied. Never mind. I lied. Never
Hold
mind.
on, I've never seen the brother. I heard he does like most voiceovers for stuff, but
You know what? Okay.
he
I
looks
guess,
like fucking that's him?
yeah, that's his brother.
I thought he was a whole separate fucking actor entirely. I didn't know they were related.
No, they're brothers. That's why they're in all those movies together.
Fuck me up, that's weird. Good for them, I guess. I would fuck the brother for sure, yeah. Well, not for sure, but like between the two of them, if I had to pick, like definitely the brother.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about the brother seems more like he's got a handle on it.
I think it's the hair.
I think it's, yeah, the brunetteness.
Well, I
Perhaps.
think it's like Owen Wilson. I don't know if like the long hair really just does much for his face.
But what other hair have you seen him have? You know?
I guess nothing other than the long hair, you're right.
Yeah, I need him to like cut it all off so I could get a gauge for like. Okay,
I don't know. It's a good one.
which Franco? James Franco or the other little Franco?
Um, Franco brothers. Let's see. Ugh, not the brother.
You don't think the brother?
he looks like
He
he's
looks like
fucking
Drew.
16. I don't know. He just looks so tiny and so like young. Just looks like he'd be. I don't know. I'm not really into the twink fantasy, and I feel like he'd just be like prime time twink material. And
I
it's
guess
just not.
so.
I'm not good.
He is Twinkie. He's less edgy.
I'm trying to think. Joe, not with the hair. Not with the hair. Not like not with the longer hair. I don't know if I've seen him bald, but like I'm seeing some pictures where he's got some longer hair, and I don't know. The mustache too. Gonna have to lose the mustache.
You don't fuck with his mustache?
No, not one bit.
It's
I'm
kind
looking
of
at the clean shaven one. He looks pretty good in this clean shaven one.
yeah.
Maybe like if he does the mustache goatee, maybe.
Wait,
Oh,
they have an
hot
older
one
brother?
with, a hot one with him in the Coors Light. Damn, Joe Franco, you buff.
I'm
Damn.
just so confused. How many Francos are there?
I'm seeing one. Yeah, there's a third one in the middle apparently. I wouldn't fuck him though. Definitely would fuck. Okay, this picture of James Franco. It's the three brothers.
Okay.
I would fuck Joe Franco for sure. He looks hot in this picture.
Which one's you mean James?
James, you're right. Sorry, James, you're right.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at one where it's the three of them,
Yeah.
and I think out of all of them, the oldest one, Tom, I would bang. Cause he looks kind of goofy. I feel like that's what I'm into.
I think I would bang him second. Definitely before the
Before the twink.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know this kid was so short too.
Oh my god, the oldest one went to UC Santa Cruz, and he's an artiste. Oh, he's the middle child. Okay.
Oh. All right, I got one. Shia LaBeouf, specifically after the Sia music video where he's all dirty and buff.
Shia LaBeouf was in a Sia music video?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Oh! Oh, this one!
Yeah.
Where she's dancing around
Yeah.
the oh my god. I don't... He looks so angry. I don't know if I could do it.
He looks so grimy too. It's so fucking dirty.
He looks coated in dirt. Like, imagine his dick. It's probably like fucking dusty.
Very musky.
I would not want to go near it.
Very musky. What you call it? Vinny from Jersey Shore.
No.
No? I feel like he's pretty cute. Not in the show, but like after the show, I feel like he got pretty cute.
Oh, after the show, he cleaned up.
Yeah, not in the show. Yeah, definitely after the show.
But
Though.
that really harsh, like, lineup here when he was like on the show, he was kind of gross.
It's up there.
Kind of gross. He's okay. He's kind of like a whatever kind of dude that I would probably go on a date with if they asked me for coffee, but
Marry, fuck, kill. I guess there's 4 of the Jersey Shore dudes. Who could we take out? I guess we could take out Ronnie, since he's like kind of attached to Sam throughout most of the show.
uh-huh.
But then that leaves you with Vinny, Paulie, and Mike. Gotta kill Mike. I guess that's
Mike.
too easy. Never mind. Let's take Mike out. And we'll get Vinny, Paulie, Ronnie.
Paulie and Ronnie?
Yeah. Because I feel like Mike.
Which one's Ronnie?
The big buff dude. Oh, not. Well, they're fucking the big buff dudes. They're all big and buff.
No, I found it.
Okay. Yeah. That's he's like the biggest one.
I can't do that bit. I don't fuck with the beef, like
The meatheads. There's a lot of meat going on
okay,
there.
I'd have to kill him. I'm sorry. He's taking too many resources from the world being that large.
He's pretty short too. He's like
I
a
guess I
beefcake.
I guess I'd have to fuck Pauly D just because like I wouldn't want to marry Pauly D.
No.
So I
It's
guess
good.
I'd have to marry Vinny. No, yeah, Vinny.
Actually, would I marry Pauly D? I don't know.
His face is not hot to me.
I feel like he'd have such a good time
He's
with
funny
everything.
though.
But I agree. There's something about it that's not. It looks very shiny all the time, and that weirds me
He's
out.
so orange.
Girl, look how fucking orange you look, girl.
Girl.
Right, he is orange as fuck.
Yeah, I just can't with these.
Okay, wait. Last one, the girls from the Jersey Shore, and then we'll take out.
Which ones though? Nikki.
I don't think there's ever a Nikki, is there?
Well, she's
Oh, it's Snooki.
Snooki.
You're right. That's her name. I was like, I'm so fucking entrenched in her being Snooki. Like, what the fuck?
Snooki, JWoww.
Let's go with the original four. Well, I guess we can't do four, but I was thinking the original four, not Dina.
Who are the?
Maybe take out Angelina, I guess. Because, like, who was Angelina in the show, really?
Okay.
But then you got JWoww, Sammy, and Snooki. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty decent lineup.
Let's see. Let's look at their faces.
I got a good pool shot, one of all of them in a pool, so this is helpful.
Wait, which one is Sammy's the one in the red bikini top with
If we're
flowers?
looking at the same picture, yes.
I'm pretty
Jenny's
sure.
in the blue
yellow?
yellowish.
Yeah, Jenny's the yellow, and then
Okay.
who's this other extra bitch who was in Snooki?
That's Angelina.
All right, she don't matter then. But
That's
I
why
do
I'll
think
take
she's
Angelina.
cute.
Huh?
I think she's cute. I remember Jenny being like the most like straight up, perhaps maybe mature from my memory, but I'm not sure.
Same.
Uh, I think I'd have to marry Jenny. She seems like she could do my taxes, or like knows how to do taxes at least. I would fuck Sammy because she's pretty hot. And
Yes.
I'd have to kill Snooki just because, like, I don't know if I could deal with the way she talks. And I don't really want to fuck her. So, I don't really want her to die, but I'd have to kill her.
Yeah, I think I agree with that as well. Maybe I marry Sam and fuck Jenny, but actually, yeah, I think I'd marry Sam and then I'd fuck JWoww. I think
Yeah.
maybe, but yeah, I'd kill Snooki. Sorry, Snooki, just not for me.
She's not for me, man. I don't know, she's just small and kind of loud.
She has a little wonderful family, from what I understand, though, with two
Who
kids
was
and a
baby
husband.
daddy?
The baby daddy.
Because she was with Vinny, right?
No, I mean they like hooked up a couple times in the show, but it's like some dude that's like he's like featured on the show a couple times, I think. Like he visited them or something. At least I think. I don't quite remember.
I
Some
believe
short,
it.
some short beefy Italian dude.
Yeah. Well, on that note, if anybody actually makes it to the end of this episode, tweet us who you would fuck, marry, kill out of
Ooh,
the Jersey Shore.
that's a good
We'll
one.
see who the real ones are.
That's a good one. I wrote down the recaps too.
Oh, lit.
Yeah.
Recap time.
Let's see. So our recap for the day, we talked about the census. I don't know why I want to say censorship. Talked about the census. Talked about the straight gays.
Straight gaze.
Talked about Cardi B and drugging men, whatnot. Talked about flat Earth. Talked about the porn business, and we did some MFK, smash and passing. And I think that was all of them. Don't think I missed any.
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good recap.
Alright. Well, goodbye
Next,
to whoever's actually
yes,
watching.
all goes well.
We'll have a guest. It'll be a throwback guest.
Ah, a little reunion.
A little reunion. Yeah. It'll be a fun time. But yeah, see y'all next week. Whoever's watching.
Oh.
Okay, stop recording. Here we go.